let me ask you, as a mother and a wife that you mentioned, you're a mother and a wife, how do you continue to cultivate that relationship with your children as spouse and as a working woman?
Mm-hmm. I love that question. Thank you for that, because it made me think. I think it's important to really recognize where we're at in life. For me, we're in a busy season. I don't just say that like, I know this is such a word that we use, but it's the reality. So I just started a new career recently. I've got 2 kids. I mean, an almost 10-year-old who's as tall as me soon, and then an almost 2-year-old, and married for 14 years. So I have these conversations with my husband a lot. Know your season. And I think it's important to, the biggest thing that comes to mind is quality. Quality versus quantity. So on those moments like today, I knew I had this event. We still went to the park because I'm cultivating that relationship with my husband and my 2 kids. So I think it's being able to also converse and have the conversations like, how are you doing, honey? Hey, Josiah, that's my 9-year-old. How's school going? How do you deal with students that may not agree with what you're doing? How are you doing? And even my almost 2-year-old, having those conversations and speaking to him, having those one words, hey, can you say dog? You know, things like that, like quality versus quantity. I think that's the biggest thing. Know your season and have those moments of being able to converse and check in. And I think it's really important.
That's
So
really
quality
That's
time.
really good. That's a great answer. And quality is my love language, so I'm here for it. And so, because you answered 3 of my questions in one, I love it, efficient. What advice would you give a woman to empower her to pursue healthy relationships? And feel free to add anything else if you.
First, I think it's important to recognize that you're worth it. It is so important. The Bible talks about that we're not meant to do life by ourselves. We're meant to do it together. So you're worth it, you're important, you matter, so you have to invest in yourself. So I love what you shared, Lisa, like exercise, go for those walks, like feel, like know who you are. I think that's important, because if you have a friend and you don't know who you are, you're not gonna be able to articulate or speak, that's gonna be challenging. So know who you are, know where you're at in life. So I think you're worth it. And also some advice is maybe reach out to people that don't look like you. Don't look like you. Diversify in your relationships, not just in race, right? Not just in the way that where we look different, but even in the socioeconomic statuses that are different. Everybody to me that walks in through any door is gold. Everybody has a God-given gift and calling. Everybody matters. I mean, somebody can walk in at my job that may be homeless or doesn't look the part. What does that mean even? Look the part? Who cares? I think everybody absolutely matters. So diversify in your friendships and relationships. Give it a chance. And I think practically speaking, turn your phone away when you're in conversation. Be present. Really check in. Debbie's one of my greatest friends. She's been there for me through miscarriage. She's been there for me the first time of, starting a church plant. She's been there for me when I was in my highs and lows. It's so important to know your crew and your tribe and give people a chance. You never know even if there's somebody that's younger than you. I had lunch the other day with somebody that's younger than I and maybe 10 years difference, and I learned something from her all the time. I work with her. And don't sell yourself short from those opportunities, because you never know what you can gain out of it.
I love it. Thank you so much,
You're
Melissa.
welcome.